if you're anything like me, creating slides causes a lot of anxiety and procrastination, and I'm gonna share with you some of my favorite tips for making the slide process a lot easier and a lot more fun. Now, there are tons of different tools you can use to create slides, from Microsoft PowerPoint, Apple Keynote, Google Slides, and what I'm gonna recommend is a little bit different. I'm gonna recommend Canva, and here's why. Because they have both free options and paid options, and there are so many amazing designs to choose from. And when you're able to separate the look and feel of your slides from the content, all you have to do is put in your ideas and your thoughts and the things you're teaching, and not focus so much on making everything pixel perfect and looking good. And again, perfectionism is where a lot of procrastination comes in. So this is another way to slay perfectionism and procrastination from the get-go.
Creating your slides for your online courses with Canva is so simple. You just log into your Canva account. They both have free and paid accounts. Click on presentations and then decide if you want to do a talking presentation where you'll have video on top, or just a presentation like a regular one. And I'm going to go ahead and choose that one. And then we can look here through all kinds of different really nice presentation styles to choose from. So let's say I like the creative presentation ideas. So let's say that I have an online course about gardening. I'm going to go ahead and apply all 10 pages. And you can see here that I can edit the pages separately. And it's so simple to change titles. You can obviously resize things. You can change fonts. You can also sometimes change colors. So for example, maybe I don't want this brown, I can choose a different color. And then the same goes for replacing images. So you can actually find images that are within Canva. So I can search for a garden image and replace that tea image, and maybe that's more in line with what I'm talking about in this course, for example. You can also upload your own images and have photos that you can find again through Canva. You can add text and your own logos, so you can upload your logo, and you can have all of your branding information in one place. So it's super easy to add and to put in all the right places. And then also, if you wanted to change the template styles, you could go ahead and do that here. You can shuffle. So if you wanted to keep the general look and feel, but change the colors a little bit, you can come and do that. So just in case you're worried that other people might have the same design as you, this is a great way to update all of the look and feel across all of the different pages. So now you can see it's updated across all the different templates in here. So I absolutely recommend using Canva for creating your slides for your online courses. And when you're ready, you could technically just present just like this by going full screen into Canva. And that's a great way, using Camtasia or ScreenFlow to record your screen. You can also share, and then what that means is you can download. You can also download this as a PDF, which is really the way to go for most people, but you could also export it to a different version if you want to do just an animated GIF or something like that. You can go ahead and do that too. But yeah, you could also use Canva itself to present and record. So this is a great way if you don't want to upgrade to a paid version of Camtasia or ScreenFlow and you do have Canva already. It's everything built in that you might want to have here. So super recommend Canva for this.
So let's say you're doing slides and you're gonna pre-record a few videos. So here you might be wondering, what tools should I use to record myself talking through my slides? Well, you could do something like a Zoom call and record it that way, but that's actually really complicated and you need to have internet and it might actually decrease the quality of your videos. So I think it's much better to use a dedicated software like Camtasia or ScreenFlow. Both of these are amazing options for recording yourself talking through slides, and they can do all kinds of things, like even record your video at the same time on camera and really help you bring in different elements and even edit your videos at the end. Now, speaking of editing, I know this is probably one of the biggest pain points for a lot of people when it comes to editing the content for their online courses, especially if you're doing video. So you have a couple of options, and one of them is to hire it out. So there are amazing editors all over the world that you can hire to really trim up and make the best of your video content, so that when you mess up or if you have to redo something, they will come in, clean that up, and make sure that everything looks great from beginning to end in each of your videos. Now, if you're doing video editing yourself because you're not quite there yet for hiring it out, I totally get it. And here are some tips to help you create your online courses without without spending a ton of time on editing. So the first one is when you mess up, when you're recording yourself, make sure to pause for a couple of seconds. And this will help a lot when you come back to editing. So you can come in and find those pauses and then just cut them out. But that's a lot of work too. So there's a great tool called Recut. And what you do is you add your video to this tool, you decide how long of a pause you want to track, and then it will cut out all those pauses. And then when you're coming through and watching your video again, you can just delete the sections that you messed up in, and it will continue right where you started up again. So it is such an amazing, invaluable tool that I highly recommend, even if it's not for course videos and if it's for YouTube videos, it is super, super helpful. And if you are doing your editing yourself, again, to get over that procrastination part, just start. What I found is that if I think about editing my videos, I really don't want to do it, and I can think of a million other things I could be doing that are more pleasant or feel higher priority. But when I sit down and I just start with the first 2 minutes of a video, I'm able to usually get through the whole thing much faster, and I overcome that hump of I don't really want to do this. So that's my tip for overcoming procrastination when it comes to editing your video content. I'm Natalie Lucier, founder of Access Ally. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure you subscribe for even more online course creation tips.